Hello, Gauri Miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. It's audible.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the fifth and final day of our faculty development program. Over the past 4 days, we have had an enriching learning journey exploring how artificial intelligence is transforming education, research, and professional development. We learned how AI can assist in literature review, academic writing, and research organization, while also discovering innovative digital tools that can make teaching more interactive and effective. The sessions further highlighted how students can leverage AI to enhance project work, internship preparation, and career readiness. We also gained a deeper understanding of the ethical responsibilities that come with using AI, emphasizing the need for transparency, critical thinking, and responsible adoption of these technologies. Altogether, these sessions have provided us with practical skills and valuable perspectives on harnessing AI effectively in our academic and professional activities. Today, as we conclude this FTP, we move to a topic that lies at the heart of effective AI usage. That is, from questions to results, the art of prompting in AI tools. The quality of the output from AI systems depends greatly on the quality of the questions we ask. Learning the art of prompting enables us to communicate effectively with AI tools and unlock their full potential. It is my privilege to introduce today's resource person, Ms. Tausiha, an AI/ML engineer at Shellcode, Coimbatore. She holds a bachelor's degree in artificial intelligence and data science from Karpagam College of Engineering, Coimbatore. She is the author of a Scopus Index research paper titled Intelligent Chatbot for Electrical Troubleshooting and Guidance, and has actively participated in numerous hackathons and innovation challenges, including the Smart India Hackathon. Notably, she secured second prize in a hackathon conducted by the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. At Shellcode, she works on cutting edge AI technologies including AI agents, retrieval augmented generation, model context protocol, large language models. She is also an AWS certified AI practitioner and is currently working toward becoming an AWS community builder. With her blend of research excellence and industry expertise, we are delighted to have her as today. On behalf of the Department of Robotics and AI, I extend a warm welcome to Ms. Tausiha ma'am. We are honored by your presence and look forward to an insightful session. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Gauri, for the introduction. Is my video clear? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. It is clear.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Tausiha, and I am an AML engineer at Shellcode. So, in my everyday work, I used to build agents with connected with MCP servers, RAP pipelines, and contextual engineering. So, basically, while building agents, what I mostly, not only I, many of my people along with me working as my colleagues used to do is we used to do vibe coding. So I know that many of you might have heard the word about vibe coding. Vibe coding is like rather than creating a simple application for 6 to 8 months, more than 6 to 8 months, what we usually do is we will go to a generative AI application. We will give a simple prompt, not a simple one. We will be structuring a prompt based on our business needs, and the AI will exactly do what we are asking for that. So with this, we can able to easily build the application within 2 to 3 months, and then we will move on for testing. So today's agenda, I'm going to explain about how AI thinks, what we are going to do with a better prompting, and how prompt engineering actually works. So let me share my screen. Is my audio clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. The PPT is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yeah, okay. So the first slide says about the beginner as well as the architect. So what many people usually do is they don't have a basic idea about how AI works. They will simply go to any generative AI application and they will type a prompt like write a paper on climate change. Now, what the AI will do is it will give a generic result. For example, like when I say come to say when I say someone like what you did yesterday, they that person might say be saying like, oh, I don't know what you are explaining about. That person might lose the context, right? Because I'm not explaining them completely what he did yesterday. Like he didn't understand what I am saying. So similar way, the computer also works. We have to give the instructions very clearly to do the perfect task. See the architect level prompt, they are explaining very clearly about act as a climate researcher with 15 years of experience, write an introduction on urban heat islands, identify research gaps, and structure for a PhD level audience. So this is how an architect will design the prompt, because they know how an AI will works internally. I don't know how many of you know about this. If a developer is developing any generative AI application, what they usually do is they will be giving a generic prompt. Like you are a generative AI application, you should be answering a user's question. You should not do these kinds of things. They will be restricting the points and allowing them to do some things. And they will also give them the access for tool calling. This tool calling refers to the skills that the generative AI application will work on. For example, many of you might have used ChatGPT for your daily works, right? So there will be like web search and connecting with other plugins we can able to connect with any slide presentation maker or something like that. We can connect with MS Words like that, right? So what these things will do is we can able to easily give a prompt, and with those plugins the AI application will give the entire document for us. So this is how the AI works internally. Finding information versus predicting patterns. So previously, how before this AI era begins, how things worked is a person will go to Google, he will search something like what is AI, and then what it will do is it will do keyword matching or keyword searching. The documents, it will stack up the websites. This is what we usually do. Okay, after the AI starts to evolve, the things have changed dramatically. Like a person can simply go to any generative AI application and ask a question. The AI will understand what the person is trying to say. So it will give the exact information what the person needs. So this is how AI works. So basically, it is very difficult for a person to go to Google and search for something and looking at each website line by line, and sometimes they may get the information what they want, sometimes they might not get the information what they want. So this will be more time consuming, right? But if we go to generative AI, it is not like that. We can able to get the exact result what we are intending to. But the important thing is the prompt is very much important. We should give the better prompt to make the AI understand what we are trying to say. Next comes the hidden mechanisms of working memory. Before jumping into prompt, I want you all to understand how a prompt works, how AI works, how AI thinks about something. Let's say I'll be giving a small prompt. I will be asking it about what is AI. So how a normal human will behave is we understand the language naturally. Our brain will process it and we will give the result, or we will give the next communicational level of information to the opposite person, right? So what an AI will do is it will also do the same thing. You know, the deep learning, these concepts were inspired by the human brain, right? So what an AI system will do is it will get the input and breaks down the sentence into small words. So the words may contain 4 to 5 letters or 6 letters, some things like that. So these small letters are called tokens. Tokens are the lexical unit of a AI processing system. So AI process these tokens. Let's say I am passing an input or prompt to an AI system. It will get those prompt and cut it into tokens, and these tokens will be converted into vectors. Vectors in the sense it will be an array of numbers. Let's say numbers. So these numbers will be having the meaning of the words. Now what AI will be doing is it will be mapping the relationship of each words next to each other in a vector space. This is how AI will be matching the keywords. Like it is understanding the tokens. How it understand the tokens is it will be converting them into numbers and forms a relationship of each words in a sentence. Like let's say what is artificial intelligence will be broken down into what is art and artificial intelligence. Now there are 4 to 5 tokens within these sentence. Okay, now what the AI will do is this is converted into a float of vectors. Now these vectors will be mapped in a vector space. The AI understand the relationship of each word next to each other. For example, it will know how important the word what is to the next word art. It will next the art will be, it will understand how the word art is important to the next word intelligence. So how this is how an AI system will work. It basically the idea of an AI system is to predict the next word. Many of you might have known about large language models, right? These generative AI applications, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, etc. These works on the basicity of this basicity of this system. So let's jump into the prompt engineering. How we have to structure the prompt so the AI understands what our need is and it will be giving the exact output that what we want to see. So the first thing is we have to say that what the AI must behave as. We have to define the role of the AI. Who should the AI behave as? Let's say behave like a professor and design a syllabus for me in machine learning, or design like a researcher and please check these research papers and existing gaps in these research papers and give me a summary of the documents that you have collected for this process. And then comes the context. Why do we need context? For example, let's say if we are going to a person and speaking, like asking a random question, he might not understand what we are trying to say. What we have to tell them is we have to completely say what happened, why you are asking this question, and why he need to answer this question. We have to say a lot of things so that he gets the context and say about that. This is similar to what a system built by human is. So we all know that AI is a system built by human, right? So if a human has to be explained in so much way, why not an AI has to not to? So this is why prompt has to be very much informative so that the AI should understand what the context is about, what the speaker is trying to say, what he wants. Next comes the constraints. Uh, let's say if we are giving a prompt, the AI will be what it will do is the AI will be trained on a huge amounts of data sets. So this AI system will go over the website and search for each and every document where this information the user has asked has been in, and with those information it will create a large amount of context and generates an answer, and that gives it to us. I don't know how many of you have known about RAG system. This is basically how a RAG system works. RAGs basically means retrieval augmented generation. So this RAG system will, when a user gives a query, what it will do is it will be having a large amount of documents stored in it. So this RAG system will use the query to match the documents present in the data source, and those documents will be based on vector similarity search. Those documents will be passed as context to the AI system. Now the AI system will understand the context and give the exact answer what the user needs. So this is how my RAG system works. Similarly to this, how generative AI applications works too. For example, let's say Claude AI. We will be going to Claude AI asking about something like we need information about the recent research works in wireless sensor network. Now, what this AI application will do is it will be searching over the internet, getting the resource papers which has these informations about, and then collecting those research papers and passing it as context, and then it will generate an answer based on these research papers, and then it will give us. This is how the AI system work. So if this done, so we have to restrict the AI in some cases. Like we have to say, while collecting the research paper, don't collect the research paper from this area, or don't generate the answer with question marks or some special characters like that. For example, we will be documenting many things, right? We will be going over to ChatGPT and creating a document. We just copy and paste it in another document and we will submitting it. It is a usual activity because it is easily done by an AI rather than sitting for so much of time and looking here and there and collecting those information. So at this time, we can restrict the AI from including the special characters or using some words, or we will restrict them in using some tones, like be in a professional tone, don't use any casual tones, etc. Now comes the format. Format is like how should the output look. Sometimes if we ask anything to ChatGPT, it will be generating a small paragraph. But what we want is say a paragraph which contains subheadings, headings, etc. So we have to give the ChatGPT or any AI application how we want the information to be, how we want the output result to be. So we should say we need the format of the output to be in this manner so we can use it in our document or something like that. So the formatization is very important. Like we should provide the introduction and applications and conclusion. You can also give an example to that. So now we have the ability to upload, we have these documents, research papers, images, audios, videos in different generative AI applications, right? These skills have always also been developed nowadays. So we can use those capabilities to get our work completed easily. Evaluation criteria. So, for example, let's say if we are working on any generative AI application, what we usually do is we will be giving a prompt and the AI will be generating the output and we will simply accept it and move on. But that's not the case. If we are talking to any human, if they give a reply back to us, we won't accept it simply, right? Why we have to think that AI knows everything and it is always correct? We should not think about it. AI will make mistake, it will hallucinate, it will generate fabricated data. So these things are possible. So we have to always ensure that whatever AI generated is actually correct. So we can even analyze over the internet, or else we can ask the ChatGPT kind of models to give the resources which helps it to take the information from. For example, like I have already mentioned, this generative AI applications too will search out the websites, right? So rather than we looking for 10 to 15 websites, these generative AI application will look to multiple websites simultaneously. So the time complexity will be very less there. So this application will look into the websites, and with the help of the websites, it will retrieve the right information and generate a small contextual summary and give it to us as the output, right? So we have to mention to the AI, like this should be come from a well verified resource. Like if it is a research paper, we should ask it to take it from IEEE or Scopus, like this well verified research papers publication sites, right? We have to mention that to the ChatGPT. Next comes the adapting your communication strategy to the task. So, like how it is important for a human to communicate with another human, it is very important for a human to communicate with an AI. Like a human will be having experience, right? They will be having knowledge about many things. They will go here and there, learn many things. So they will be seeing many things. So they will be having a large knowledge about many things. But think of an AI. It is a system built by a human. So we can't simply say that an AI is correct always. So we can't simply say that AI knows everything always. We have to double check every time, and we have to make the best use of AI rather than accepting the fact that it is always correct. And whatever it is generated is always the right thing we can use for our research or everyday task. It is not correct. So while defining a prompt, what we have to do is there are different types of prompting techniques. So we usually, while we develop any AI assistants or systems, what we use is we will be using few shot prompting. So it is actually based on the use case, but many times we used to do few shot prompting because it actually works. It is like if I am saying something to you, if I explain it with an example, you can able to understand it very clearly, right? So this is how few shot prompting works. So zero shot prompting. So when we want to convey something to an AI or ask something to an AI application without an example, like what do you mean by climate change, or what do you mean by something like that? What is the current trends in AI systems and something like that without any example, that is called zero shot prompting. And it is like asking directly to an AI without providing any information or examples to it. It is best for any simple task. Like if you want to ask something very directly, like what is about this? What do you mean by this? A simple definition kind of things can be done through zero shot prompting. And then comes the few shot prompting. Like I said earlier, few shot prompting is a way in which we tells the AI to do things with examples rather than explaining it with just instructions. If we give better examples, the AI can able to understand it better, because AI systems are nothing but it understands the patterns in the instructions that we give. So the thing which differentiate a human from an AI system is the capability of an AI system to keep the amount of knowledge in its memory. Like for example, if I am learning about something, I may suddenly forget it, right? So I will go again, I will check it again, and then I suddenly remember about it. But AI system is not like that. If we train an AI system with some specific kind of data, what this AI system will do is it will keep it in their memory. So AI is evolved in such a way that the memory capability of an AI application have been enlarged. So AI application can easily understand. While training AI application, there will be vast amount of data it has been trained on. So these data might be having different patterns. So when we ask a question, this AI will connect the dots between the knowledge it has been trained on. For example, let's say if I am asking about something like, what do you know about the uh, What do you know about data science? So what this AI application will be doing is it will be having a large amount of data trained on. If it will be mapping the those data, like even though if I ask something which the AI doesn't know, it will still map the data which has been trained on by the AI. So it will be mapping the patterns and then it will be generating the answer. So basically, an AI system is a pattern matcher and the next word predictor. Not all AI system I'm talking about. I'm talking about the LLMs. LLMs in the sense the text generating models. So we used to use generative AI applications like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, right? So these applications are the uses the LLM in its core. So these applications, what it will be doing is with the help of the LLM, it will predict the next word, or in case if we ask about something which the LLM don't have a knowledge about, it will match the random relationship between the knowledge it has been trained on, and then it will rephrase the answer, then it will generate answer and give it to us. This is how basically a AI system behave when it has no context about the thing which we have asked for. Next come the reasoning prompting. So rather than asking AI to do something simply, we should ask it for giving the reasons why it did so. It is very important because while developing, we have faced many issues like why this AI had it's something which we don't know about, why it chose this decision. Basically, we use AI system for decision making, right? So we don't know why this AI has taken this decision. So what we usually do is we will be giving reasoning prompting. So the AI will explain why it took this decision. It is best used for complex problem solving cases, and you can also use it for research analysis and identifying gaps in the existing research systems. So reasoning prompting is very effective. I will always recommend to use reasoning prompting and few shot prompting because it actually works for me. So please try different kind of promptings, not only for developers, this also works for normal end users as well. Then comes the role prompting. So this role prompting is not a new technique. Actually, it is a bit older because it is like giving the AI a role. You are a travel booking system. You have to book the flight tickets for me or for the end users. So we will be defining the prompt with a role given to the AI. Or else we can be saying that we will be saying that you are a hotel booking system. Please book the hotel tickets for the end users based on their inputs. Do not do these things and please do these things. While defining prompt, we always used to give do's and don'ts so that the model will get the exact context what it should do and the constraints that where it should restrict on. Perfecting output through continuous feedback. Like as I said earlier, the one biggest mistake what most of the people will do is they will be going on to any AI application, they will be asking about something, and whenever the AI generates an answer, they will simply accept it. They will think like it is correct, we should understand this is exactly the thing what we want. We will be simply convincing ourselves like this is what we want, this is enough, but that's not the right way how we can make the better use of AI. So these AI applications evolvement has a lots of capabilities. Nowadays they are inviting new and new innovations towards AI, right? So we should know how to make the best use of AI in our everyday lives. Many of you might be research workers or staffs on colleges or developers. There will be many people like students, etc., right? So based on our needs, we should give the right prompt to the AI and get the exact result from the AI. So here we will be passing our initial prompt like um, you tell me about this thing, like you give me a small example on how AI system works. I'll be asking like this to an AI, then the AI will be generating an answer based on my prompt. So what I'll do is I'll simply read those things and I will accept this. Is this a right practice? No, it is not a right practice, right? So what we usually have to do is we should tell the AI this, I need more information about this, or I don't need these things, please generate some more information about this. So this is how we will make the best use of AI. Like without accepting what the AI gives us, we should ask it again and again. Claude has limits. I will recommend you to use some AI applications like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, etc. Because this ChatGPT is better for solving some errors. If you are facing any errors, like if you have any doubt clearance or something like that, you can go for ChatGPT. This ChatGPT doesn't have any limits, but if you are going on to Claude, there will be limits, right? So I will be recommending you to use the right tool at the right time. So it will actually help you very much. Like if I am debugging something, what I usually do is I don't go for Claude or Gemini. I usually go for ChatGPT. So what this ChatGPT will do is, because it doesn't have any limit, I usually use a free tier account, so this ChatGPT doesn't have a limit to answering questions. I can easily branch the existing session to the next session and ask a next question to the ChatGPT. So I will be following a great context in ChatGPT. And then for Claude, I use it for planning. So use the right tool to take the right, give the right task to the AI. So it will really helps you so much. A for teachers. So, A really helps many people with different use cases. Like there will be teachers, there will be a person who will be doing these documentations, and there will be researchers. So, A will be helping all these people in different ways. But the thing what we have to do is we have to choose the right system and give the right prompt, right context to it, so it understand it better. So while AI will be really helpful for teachers, they can tailor lecture plans for specific audiences, and they can create a level by level of lecture plans or syllabus plans. Like you can generate the entire module or give the entire module and generate the contents from the different modules in it. And you can make an AI identify the mistakes generated by its own output. Like for example, if you ask an AI to refine a syllabus for you, for your students, it will be generating various contents, right? So you can simply go to the same AI, paste the exact information generated it by it previously, and then ask about it. Why you generated this, so what is the use of this? Like you just point out something or paste the information which you feel doubtful and ask it the question again and again. So this is how AI will understand that. So you need this exact information and it will work exactly based on your needs. Let me show small demonstrations. You can stop me and ask for doubts or something like that. You can be interactive. So if I give a prompt like this, see how it is structuring each and every information clearly. If I have just simply said create a syllabus for my second year computer science students for subject cloud computing, it won't be generating this much of information. It will be generating very basic information and move on to the next task. It will wait for us to give the instruction. It is like instruction hunger. So when it will expect us to pass the input and it will give the exact result, but what it will expect is it expect us to give the exact information that what we need. So after finishing this task, it will move on to the next task and wait for it. It won't wait for us to give the right information at each and every time. So it is up to us to give the exact information in the first prompt itself. So we will be getting many outputs based on our use case, and then we will move on to the next question based on it. Like there are many modes in ChatGPT. This is what I meant web search. So if we enable this, if I am asking about something like give me some information about, okay. Now if I enable this website, this is a simple prompt because what I want is information about meta business. It is a generic topic like, so I have given this prompt. So see here. What it will do is it will go over the internet and get the exact information and clickable links which I can view it from here. This is the resource which it takes this information from. This paragraph has been taken from this resource. We can simply go there and ensure that the AI has provided the right information or not. This is what I meant. We have to double check every time what AI tells us. We should not expect it to give the exact information or correct information. So there will be clickable links. It will be redirecting us to the exact pages. This is what a web search will do. If you have subscriptions, we can use this GPT-5 and deep search. I think this deep search is a very informative tool. It will be very helpful. Let me show you.
Excuse me, madam, we could see only the slide which shows AI for teachers. Are you showing some other slides or something else also? Yes, we see that particular slide only for a long time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me check. Actually, I am showing ChatGPT.
We are able to see only that previous slide like AI for teachers.
Yeah, okay. Sorry everyone. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah. Is it visible now, sir? Can you able to see this?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So basically in ChatGPT, there are different modes. Like we can enable this thinking, deep search, web search, and OpenAI platform. We can move on to that. So I have been using this research for so long because it is really helpful. Whenever I want to learn about a new technology or something like that, what I usually do is I will be clicking on this research mode and I will be asking it like analyze the latest trends in the research work of So what this AI will do is it will be doing a deep research over all the sources, but it will take a lot of time for the research. Like trends in AI tokens, survey recent academic papers and preprints, and then review industrial blogs, analyze open source model repositories. It will be checking on the GitHub repositories as well, because many people used to be innovating something, they will put it on GitHub and give the information about those developed models or something like that in the GitHub, right? So every time we can also check the GitHub for some information if we need from AI. Synthesizing findings into trend categorizing and emerging research questions, compile a concise summary with citations, and recommend next steps. This will be taking a small amount of time. We have to wait, but we will be getting a document where we will be knowing about the information about what I have given as input. Let's move on to the next slide until it gets ready. I will explain it to you back. Matching the AI assistant to the professional task. So as I said earlier, there are many generative AI applications. What people usually get confused about is they cannot able to differentiate these generative AI applications, models, etc. They will be getting confused of these terms. But a model is something which has the core to perform any task. So this chat GPT is empowered by an AI model, GPT. So this AI model will be doing the task on behalf of ChatGPT. This ChatGPT is an application layer. So ChatGPT itself is not an AI. It is an AI tool which is empowered by GPT. So GPT is probably given by OpenAI, right? So this OpenAI has multiple versions of GPT models. So they are using these models in ChatGPT. Same goes to Claude. Nowadays, Claude has been evolving very much. Recent trends in Claude is the Claude Fable model. Anybody of you know about Claude Fable? Shall I take it as yes or no? Okay, let me explain. So Claude Fable is a model which is given by Claude recently, released by Claude recently. It is an amazing model. Actually, it can able to work on many different tasks. We can give a prompt and it will complete the task entirely. We can able to develop applications, websites, etc. So what this Fable model will do is nobody can imagine about it. So this fable has been recently restricted by the US government due to some secrecy or government policies. This Claude fable model has been restricted because of the thing that it has done something which doesn't undergoes the policy of the US government. So this Claude fable has been available to various regions, like Indians can use it and many other region people can use it. But once US know about the capability of the model, they just restrict it to other region people. So we have tested it twice, but it works amazing. So we can use this Claude tool for our everyday task as well. So we can also see here connectors, plugins, skills. These skills are for developers. They will be creating. Even normal people can also create if you have the knowledge about it. It also has the capability to do web search. We can add plugins to it. Yeah, here are the plugins. There are various plugins like Adobe for Creativity. We can add these plugin. It needs subscription, but we can use it for Cloud Pro and other subscription-based models. We can use this Zapier. We can able to connect many apps with our AI workflow. We can use this Zapier and many other. We can use Figma. If you are into UI development or UI designing, you can use this Figma, Datadog for, like, you can use this for logs and metrics checking. Twilio developer kit. With the help of Twilio, you can able to integrate WhatsApp and other communication channels. So if you need something from this, you can easily add it to your AI tool very. So just put it in learn mode. There is a default information appearing here, right? So we can choose anything from that. If you want to study something, we can choose like create study summaries, help me make sense of these ideas. Like we can give an idea to the AI system and then expect an explanation from it. Or we can get suggestion from it rather than accepting the fact that what AI is giving is exactly correct. We can pass our idea to AI system and we can get the exact information what we want from it. So we can get the best books on a subject or annotated bibliographies can also be done. So there is this voice option. We can record it and as something. This document is still working on it. It will literally take some time because it is doing a deep research, right? The AI system will be checking on the blogs and GitHub repositories and many other channels where they get the exact information or where they match the keywords. As I said earlier, it will be doing similarity search, right? So what we need, this AI system will look over the internet wherever this find the similar documents which matches with our input. It will take those documents and form an exact summary of those documents and present it to us. This is what this deep research mode do. There is also another mode called study, but they have been depreciated that mode, I think. I used to study with those mode. It is actually really helpful. This AI will be acting like a teacher. It will be asking questions and I will be answering. It will correct me each and every time if I give any wrong answers. We can connect to different sites. We can give a specific URL and add it over here. And within those URL, we can ask questions. Like for example, if you are doing any research work, take a research URL, add it over here. And within those URL, you can ask questions to ChatGPT, explain me these things, or summarize the document in the URL, or summarize the content in the URL. You can make use of these tools. These are available for the free tier subscription as well. And then comes Perplexity. Actually, this Perplexity, the CEO's main motive is to replace Google Gemini. Google search engine. So what people usually do is they will be searching something and this Google will be getting a stack of links. So it is like a clickbaiting. We will be going on clicking on links and those business which owns the link, they will pay Google to show up in the exact place. For example, if the links comes first, they will be paying Google high amount. So the links appear in the first line. If it comes second, the second link will pay a lesser amount. It comes second. This is what clickbaiting is. This is what the idea behind Google is. They will be earning so much of money from this. So this Perplexity CEO, Aravind Srinivasan, what he decided to do is, he decided to design a generative AI application. It will give the exact result to the end users without getting any income by doing such clickbaiting kind of things. So you can use Perplexity as well. It is really helpful, but it too needs subscription. Many AI models nowadays ask for subscription for even small kind of task. You can use connector, but each and every model has this web search. You can simply go and enable this and ask something like that. And here is another thing, academic. Teachers can make the best use of this academic skill. So this AI model can able to help you with the academic stuffs. There are various models. As I said earlier, this GPT is for GPT 5.4 is for GPT, OpenAI is GPT model, GPT 5.5. This is Gemini from Google, Claude on 4.6. These all need subscriptions. But what I recommend is for your task, choose the right model. If you are going for Sonnet, choose the exact model which you want. Here you can see Sonnet 4.6. Sonnet 4.6 is a really great model, but I have been using the effort low because I don't need that much of effort for this small task. Because like if I ask a simple question, this plot sonnet will reach the limit very soon. The context limit will be reaching very soon, right? I don't know how many of you have been using this Claude Sonnet model, but this Claude will reach the limit faster. So what we usually have to do is we will choose the exact model for our task and give the input and keep the effort as per our need and then pass it to the AI. So based on this, we will not get the limit exceeded error. We can stop from where we need. Yeah, here is the document. How I prepare this document is via ChatGPT's deep learning model. Sorry, deep learning mode. Okay. You can click on deep research and give a topic like I want to do a research on this, do a research on this, and don't do a research on this. You can define what you want to do and then pass it to the AI. Then AI will a document, give a document. You can simply download it from here. Just do small corrections and use it for your research works. Here is it is an architecture diagram demonstrating how token will be distributed into discrete and continuous manner. It speaks about the tokenizer algorithms and innovations. And here is the table structure. Look how an AI system can easily make an architecture diagram and a table very easily. It literally doesn't take so much of time, right? If a human needs to put this document, it will literally take half an hour at least. But this AI, I think it almost took 10 minutes. But look how the document is. It is well formatted with different tables and architecture diagrams. It has also shared the key papers and resources where it took this information from. So make use of this deep research skill of ChatGPT. I will really recommend this. And if you are looking into something, please enable this web search. It is available in Claude, ChatGPT, and Perplexity as well, because it will be returning back the data resources for it to be information from. So it will be really helpful for you all. So yeah, that's all guys. You can ask your questions. So if you have any doubts, you can please ask your questions.
Madam, can you please explain something about like our ChatGPT and Claude? Can you give some input about this Google Gemini?
Yeah, sure. So there is no need of going to Gemini. This Gemini model is a Google-based model. We actually know about this, right? So if we click on any web page, like for example, I'm going to Cloud Anthropic. I'm clicking on this website. Sorry, 1 second. If you are looking into any documentation, make the best use of Google Gemini. Like for example, here is the Gemini AI assistant integrated within each and every web pages. So just simply click it. It already has the context about this left side of the panel, right? So we can ask it about find tutorials on Cloud API integration, this difference between cloud models. If I click on this, I can able to easily get the information from it. This Gemini is much faster, it will give the information like it is like live streaming. It won't generate the whole output and then pass it to us. It will live stream the output rather than making us wait. So if I want to know some more information, like if I move on to the next page or click on something, if I click on Amazon Bedrock, look here, sharing cloud in Amazon Bedrock. The context is already passed to the right side panel. So if I ask about tell me about the IAM assume rules. This here you can see sharing cloud in Amazon Bedrock. The context, the each and every page where I clicks on it, the context will be already passed to the model. It has already generated within few minutes. It generally generates the whole output, right? Here are the models of Gemini as well. Flash 3.1 Pro, Flashlight. We can enable extended thinking. This is just like the deep research which we have seen on ChatGPT, right? The similar kind of thing is this extended thinking. Yeah, let me ask about something else. So what this extended thinking will do is it will literally take some time, look over the internet, get the exact resources, what the user has asked for, and then it answers. Look, the information will be accurate, but we have to ensure that it is right or not. This option is also available when you visit YouTube. Like sharing YouTube. Here you can click on any video. Like, let's say, I'll be selecting this video. It has already passed the context here. I'll be asking about summarize the 6-month roadmap. This 6-month roadmap is the content of this video. So when I click on this video, it automatically passes the context to the model. Now my model can easily summarize. Rather than I looking for the video for the time, I can simply summarize it here and check what I need and then move on to my next task. It makes my task easier, right? So this is how we can make the use of Gemini. Gemini is much faster compared to Claude and ChatGPT. This is what I feel. But usually I don't go for Gemini. I will be using Gemini when I look for any website kind of things. I usually toggle the right side handler and I will ask it a question like this and it will answer me in minutes. This is how I make the use of Gemini. Rather than that, I won't go to the model and ask for any input because I usually use ChatGPT and this Claude models. It will be doing all my tasks easily. So Gemini also has deep research option. You can use that. You can get detailed reports about something like I already had a report about this, right? Tokenization. So you can also use this deep research mode and get the exact document what you're looking for. So you can make use of this learn mode. We have seen this learn mode in Perplexity, right? Perplexity also has learn mode. Yeah, it is academic mode. So we can make use of this academic mode and then get the syllabus or modules or training materials or resources. If we want to give notes for students for learning purpose, we can ask ChatGPT like create a document based on this content and pass it to me, or generate an output based on this content, pass it to me. So it will be giving the exact output what we are asking for. The exact same model which we have seen here, it is here. But there are two options, thinking level, standard and extended. So if we are working on any complex problem solving task where we need more knowledge about some specific cases, we can use this extended thinking mode. In case if we need some basic level of understanding, like we don't have to use the extended thinking mode, we can simply go on the standard and give the input.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for your clarification and more explanation on Google Gemini. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And there is a question from one of our audience. In which situation prompting methods?
Your voice is not clear, ma'am. Can you come again?
There's a question from one of our audience in the chat box.
Yeah.
In which situations is reasoning prompting more useful than other prompting methods?
Okay. In case if you ask a question to an AI, it will be giving output, right? But we don't know why it gave the exact output. We might be thinking like, is this output right? Or is this what we need for? We actually need a reason from it, right? So if a person do something, we will be asking why you did it. The same goes for AI as well. We should know from where the AI is taking those resources from and why it gave the exact output. At those situations, you can use reasoning prompting. Or in case if you are doing some complex task, which you have to tell the AI that do it in this way, you can give few short prompting. You give few examples to the AI and let it give the exact output based on the examples. So this is how we use reasoning prompting as well as future prompting.
Okay, thank you. So if anyone has any doubts, you may ask now. I hope all the queries have been addressed. If there are no more further questions, we may now proceed to the as we come to the end of today's session. I would now like to invite our head of the Department of Robotics and AI, IES Engineering College, Ms. Shreya Parvis ma'am, to deliver the vote of thanks. Ma'am, kind.
Thank you, Gauri ma'am. Can you hear my voice? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And first of all, thank you for the excellent session, Tausiha ma'am. And a very pleasant evening to all. And on the behalf of IES College of Engineering, Department of Robotics and AI, I would like to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who contributed to the successful completion of this 5-day International Faculty Development Program on empowering educators with AI, smart teaching, learning, and research strategies using AI. First and foremost, we extend our sincere thanks to all our esteemed resource persons for sharing their valuable knowledge, insights, and experience throughout these 5 days. I would like to thank Bhaskar sir, Nitin sir, Nevin sir, Tausiha ma'am, everyone. And their sessions have truly enriched our understanding of AI in teaching, learning, and research, because we were just normally used to take class in traditional method. So after this FTP, I hope everyone will be introducing whatever the insights we have got from these 5 days. And we would like to thank all the enthusiastic participants who were there for the 5 days, and their active participation and their continuous support. Because after even the FDP, they used to ask the sessions, the YouTube links, and they used to ask the contents are guest taken. And so it makes the organizing committee very enthusiastic to conduct this FDP. So our engagement, your engagement made this FDP very interactive and meaningful, and we are very happy to give you such a session. And our special thanks to our management and our principal, ma'am, Dr. Brilliant Sangeeta, for their guidance and support in making this program a very grand success. And I would also like to acknowledge the efforts of our coordinators, Ms. Disney ma'am and Gauri ma'am. Thank you so much for coordinating all the events successfully and interestingly. Finally, we thank everyone once again for being a part of this enriching journey. We hope this FDP has added value to your academic and professional growth. Thank you all. Thank you for joining for these 5 days, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Finally, we thank everyone once again for being a part of this enriching journey. And we hope this FTP has added value to your academic and professional growth. And before we conclude today's session, I request all the participants to kindly share their valuable feedback through the feedback form provided in the chat box. And your feedback is very important to us and will help us to improve our future programs. And kindly note that the submission of the feedback form is mandatory for attendance and certificate processing. Therefore, I request everyone to complete the feedback form before leaving the session. And kindly note that within 10 days. So thank you all and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.